the 30-yard line. On first down, it's McNair. And his first pass is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just win a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On second down, McNair escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play clock winding down. Here's McNair. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third and short. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. There's a quarterback sneak. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It would have been a long field goal attempt, so when you only need a few inches, this, to me, is the right decision. And they wind up picking up the conversion on 4th down.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. throwing on first. Here's McCarron looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw, McNair. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there from 4 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll come out in the pistol. Trying to shake off the interception from the last blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Second down, here's McCarron. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third and long, it's McCarron. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards. And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now here's McCarron on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one is right through. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's McNair. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number one. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, it's McNair. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Brown, 35 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Saints are going to get a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now McCarron throwing on second. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Freeman coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go on 4th down to McCarron. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And at the end of it, he strips. Ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Yeah, this is good. I'm not going to even sugarcoat this one. I did not care at all for that play call.
Well, there's just so little time. You don't have much time to do anything. Why not, Charles, just run the football, take it into the locker room?
As you know, there are more bad things than good that can happen when you're backed up this deep with this little time. And sure enough, this is a late safety.
And the Browns getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. James Harrison coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is McCarron. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, McNair. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. On second down, McNair. And he whips that one incomplete there. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from second to third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here we go now.
Back to the air on second down. It's McCarron. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant, but not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the 4th? Instead, it falls incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Browns a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And the defense stands tall. The two-point try is no good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Final minute now of the third quarter. McCarron to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's McNair. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mike Bennett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Watch left. Cut! Green 39! Green 39!
Now McCarron throwing on second. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sam Madison. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, it's McNair. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns continue to roll. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. James Harrison in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's McCarron. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. On third and long, it's McCarron, and that is incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On second down, McNair eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So he needed it to travel 10. It did not, and it's an automatic penalty. McCarron now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. On first down, it's McNair. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. The 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? You hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's yelled it out right now.
She's trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. And a mistake on the lateral. And miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction. They are down on the scoreboard.
Second down now after the incompletion. Another pistol look here. And McCarron will try again on second. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now.
McCarron on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jarrell Freeman able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go. 319.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
McCarron to throw on second down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Second down following the incompletion. To the air on second down. It's McCarron. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also
rush coming, and he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Donnie Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Sanders has it over the middle. Give him 6 on the play. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air. And that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now, this one was over a while ago. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff in.
Crack it on Monday morning, coffee strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke diesel back.